In terms of actions on the hills, we've demonstrated a lot of different ways of doing things in terms of controlling the vegetation, controlling bracken, controlling gorse. We've reintroduced cattle to the hills. We have got them to plant trees and stuff. So there's an awful lot of new ideas and ways of doing things up in the hills that are open to farmers. We give the payments to the farmers for delivering what we want. If we want them to produce less animals, we deliver payments based on that. If we want them to increase the biodiversity or that, we make the payments payable for that, and that's the incentive to the farmers. So for a farmer, instead of farming sheep being your product, suddenly the habitats is your product, and reward them for that.
The ecological surveys, they have been done each year, but the more detailed one has just been redone, and the indications are positive across nearly every site. You know that the indications are good, things are going in the right direction.
Overall, from the SUAS project, the most important thing we have out is these commonage groups, because it gives us a way to deal with commonage farmers. If the farmers themselves see a role for these commonage groups going forward, they will remain in place.
Our hope is that they would stay together, because I suppose we've seen the benefit of it. We can see that it's worked. We can see that it's worked well.
I think that it was a great scheme. I'm biased obviously, but I think it was a great scheme, and it brought a lot of light on what's going on there. And as I say, you know, got people aware of what they had and what was out there and how they could make improvements and to try and manage what they have. And, you know, the water quality, the vegetation, you know, to manage it in a way that was good for biodiversity and, you know, general wildlife, and at the same time blend in with hill farming.
And the SUAS was more than a box ticking exercise. Declan was an active manager up there and was involved in every aspect of what went on up there for the 5 years. So, and that guiding and guidance was needed and is needed on the hills.
The relationship that has built between the National Parks and Wildlife Service, the local rangers and the farmers themselves it's been really incredible actually to see farmers and rangers working together on an action, you know, whereas before you mightn't have seen that.
It's up to everyone, like, you know, we as commonage grazers and the national parks and the powers to be, to sit around that table and come up with positive ideas. Like, there's no point in throwing good money after bad money, like, you know.
I wouldn't see anything negative in it. I would see it as a positive thing for both climate change, biodiversity and for farming itself. There hasn't been, like, it's working to improve the quality of the area, the quality of the hill, the quality of our rivers, and that's all a positive thing from the schemes.
Yeah, it was definitely worth doing, yeah.
The SUAS project, we set out our ambitions, what we were going to do. It was innovative, and I think it's sitting down now. At the end of this year, we will have delivered on all of those objectives we set out. So yes, it's time for not just me, but our whole SUAS project and the farmers who took part to be proud of what we've achieved.
Would love to be starting out on another 5 year. I'd certainly love to be able to follow that on, do another 5 years in it. And I think it would make a real difference to the uplands.
I think it was a good scheme, and I think it also it would be a pity if it would fall at this stage. Well, in actual fact, the SUAS scheme is coming to an end, and it seems a pity after they're making so much progress to let it go backwards again.